how do you get healthier? You know, how do you feel vibrant? How do you get over having a cold? How do you stop getting migraines constantly? How do you deal with those chronic aches and pains and things that you have? How do you manage that? I get asked those questions a lot. And the way I dealt with it wasn't always really all that great. But what I want to share with you now might be a little bit blunt, but please know where I'm coming from, that I was struggling myself with chronic illnesses and aches and pains and all of that, right? But let me ask you, right in this moment, are you even in your body? Like really? Are you in your body? Or is it a sense that you're somewhere kind of out here? Feel into this. Or are you here now with me, even without me prompting you? Can you actually feel the breath going into your body, how your body expands, contracts, right? Goes out and in. The tingling on the sole of your feet where it touches the ground. Are you in your body in this moment? Right? Because when we are really struggling with our physical health, we constantly are in our head, analyzing and catastrophizing and all these kind of things, and constantly searching for solutions. And where do you search for those solutions? Outside, right? You go on the internet, you Google, you read books, you see this specialist and that specialist and only the best specialist, right? You're going around, and by the way, I did all that, right? So this isn't criticizing anyone here or doing it. I did all that myself. So I'm sharing this with you from a place of love. And I hope it kind of sparks something within you to help you to heal and get that vibrancy back and feeling fully alive again, okay? So I'm trying to point that out. But we do look for answers outside of us, right? And you may have gone the real medical route like myself. And not only did I seek the best specialist, I mean, I worked in the medical research field. That was all 2 decades worth of studying, really intellectualizing, really trying to understand the physiology of this body, the biochemistry, and the pharmacology and immunology and all of this, right? To have a really deep understanding of the body. And yet I got sicker and sicker and sicker, right? And I kept going out, searching for answers. Maybe this doctor has it. And then eventually I lost that hope or that trust in the medical world. And I thought, oh, maybe that's not it. And perhaps you too, and you think, oh, maybe it's more the alternative approaches, right? Maybe I need a little bit more of craniosacral therapy, or maybe some more herbs and vitamins and that kind of stuff, right? I tried all that too. But can you see how you are still searching for something out there that is fixing you, that is helping you? Are you in your body right now? Right? Come back to that, right? The more ill, the more pains, especially if I have chronic pains, I have protruding discs in my lower vertebra there, right? That real, the sharpness of those pains and things like that. When we're having intense pains, especially, it is really hard to actually stay within our body. I totally get that, right? We do want to escape, and for me it was my dream world, right? I love to escape in the dreams and fantasizing about all sorts of stuff, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not saying going to the doctors and getting prescriptions or having whatever kind of therapy you want to have or any of that. None of it is wrong. But what I'm inviting you to do is coming back. Look within yourself. Stay. Come on in. Your body has all the answers. How often have you felt like you need to lie down and you need a snooze? Your body needs a rest. And what did you do? Did you have a rest? Or did you tell yourself you're too busy? Or I still got to do the laundry, I still got to pick up the kids, and I have to do the shopping, and I'm at work, or whatever. You did not listen to your body. Right? I guilty of that. Right? I was constantly overriding those impulses, that inner knowing what my body actually needs right now. I was overriding it constantly, thinking that I'm too busy, I don't have time for this. It took me a long time. It took me literally, I hit like a wall or a cross point, whatever you want to call this, where I realized something had to change, right? Because I was very, very sick at that point. So I gave myself the permission to kind of slow things down. And when I'm saying getting back into your body, what I am doing now, right? Even all the things I thought I didn't have time for, if I do lie down now, and this isn't an ordinary rest, right? Or how people say, oh, when I'm sick, this is like guilt-free television. It's like, whoa, hang on, right? What does that do to you again? The minute you go and watch TV, you turn on Netflix, or even reading a book, turning on music, it's pulling you out of your body again to what's happening out there, right? Especially the movies. They're taking you out and they're putting you in all sorts of different emotional states, right? Because if a movie wouldn't put you into different emotions, it would be boring, you wouldn't watch it, right? It's the purpose of a movie. It's exciting when it does that to us. But when we are sick, when our body is trying to create harmony within itself again, so the immune system can actually do its job properly and help us heal and feel it more at ease, we need to come home, we need to come in, and we need to pause all that. So when I'm lying down, there's nothing on. There's no TV, there's no reading, there's no podcast, there's no music, there's no lights. I'm just lying down, going inward, and I'm allowing myself to be with the sensations and fully trusting in my body's capacity to heal itself. Fully trusting, reminding myself what I learned in those first few years at university when we really were going through how there's so many let's call them feedback loops in our body, right? When this happens, then this chemical gets triggered and this enzyme, and so there's all these kind of loops, how the body talks to each other and that, right? It's magnificent. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. Our body is brilliant. When we allow our body to actually do its job, when we stop interfering and just having an extra coffee so I can push through, or have this energy drink and forcing myself, or have this cold and flu tablet, and whatever it is that we are doing, constantly interfering with our body to come back, to create this brain and heart coherence. So there is some beautiful waves, there's some harmony, so our body can do its job. Can you feel me? Can you see and feel and understand at a deeper level what I'm talking about here when I say I'm resting? I hope you do. If not, please reach out, because I think this is so key. There's so much we can do for ourselves. And if we can't do that, it doesn't matter. You can see the bestest expert out there, and you can have the best medical team and medication and everything, or surgeries and all of that. But if you can't come within and be home in your body, then it won't work, right? So I'm not saying for you to stop any of that stuff, right? I'm not saying stop medication or stop that therapy or whatever it is there is. No. But can you also give your body that rest? Can you be just there in your body, resting, feeling the expansiveness of your body, like really going, exploring, going into all these sensations, staying with them, not trying to escape with your mind and letting your mind pulling you, oh, I'm meant to do this and that, or whatever it is, or catastrophizing, worrying, right? Whatever it is, to keep coming back, come into your body, out of your mind, into your body. Can you do that? I really invite you to give that a go. It will really turn your life around. It sure did for me, right? Most of my chronic illnesses, I don't know, they don't even really exist in my life anymore. Neither do the PTSD flare-ups. I don't have things like that anymore. I sleep. I don't have migraines because I can feel the slightest change. I can feel the slightest tension coming on, and I know what it needs. I'm lying down for 10-15 minutes. There is no migraine. It has never got the chance to develop to something so traumatizing, right? Migraines are almost traumatizing. They're just so painful, so debilitating, right? So to really become so in tune with yourself again, to not just be aware of these early signs, but acting on them. That is key here. Becoming aware and acting on it. And if you really want to go deeper, I'm calling it clarity circle for now. But for us to come together and doing some of those practices together, right, to really get a grasp on that and exploring this together. So I'll put the links down below too if you're curious about that. But practice on your own, maybe even just now, right? Even if it's just a minute or two or 30 seconds, right? If you can just pause for 30 seconds now and just come inward and stay just inward, out of your head, out of watching your life happening from up here, coming in, back in. What's it like?